This is on. It's on. Okay. Yes, it is. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my live. I'm trying to set my live up on my phone. So, okay. So I can see your comments and stuff. Thank you so much for tuning into my live. I'm trying to set my live up on my phone. So, okay. So I can see your comments and stuff. Thank you so much for tuning into my live. I'm trying to set my live up on my phone. Wait, I don't know what's going on. Okay. Hey, everyone. Let me see. Well, the one person. Hey. How are you? Oops. Am I doing this right or no? Hello, hello. All right, let me see. Okay, so if you can hear me, oh wait, I forgot. Well, hopefully you can hear me. If you are watching, can you please say hello in the comments if you like. Hello, hello. Okay, so hi, whoever is tuning in. If you're there, you can say hello. If you don't know who I am, I'm Tracy. My name is Tracy. And I have a dating and relationship podcast, which is called Tried and Tested. And this podcast is about everything relationship-wise, anything about love, marriage, breaking up, getting together, finances, food, just anything. Mama's boys, literally, my podcast has everything. And it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. It's literally everywhere that podcasts are available. So please check that out. So today I'm doing a live on more relationship questions that I have received over the course of the last couple of weeks or whatever. So, and if you have any questions, please put it in the comment. If you want to say hi, put it in the comment. I'm trying to get comfortable and familiar doing lives. So, yeah. It's kind of hot in my house. Anyway, all right. So, without further ado, so I'm just answering questions that people have sent me via DM. The first one I have is it important to post your significant other on social media? Okay, so I'm not sure if it's important to post your significant other on social media. I feel like it depends, because if you just started dating somebody like 2 weeks ago, I don't think you should post them on social media. I think that maybe after you've been together for a while. I also don't think you should post your significant other on social media every day. Like, I know people get into a relationship and then it's like every other day it's like you see them and the person that they're with, and I feel like that's kind of excessive. I don't think that that's necessary. But that's just my point of view. I also feel like there are people who are in relationships who don't post the person because they feel like social media doesn't validate their relationship. But I feel like as long as your partner isn't hiding you, it really should not make a difference if they post you on social media. But it's also personal preference. Like, if you feel like I want you to do it, I think that that should be something that you should do for your partner. So the next question that I have on here is in regards to online dating. So this is for, I guess, people who do online dating. I don't. I've said it many times. I'm very fearful of online dating. However, the question is, why do some men like talk to you online all the time and they don't actually take you out on a date? So I'm guessing, I don't know, but I'm guessing that this is like people who continuously hit you up, people who continuously, I don't know, like contact you, but they never kind of make a date. And so that's the question, like, why do people do that? And honestly, I don't know with that, but I would assume that it's just some people maybe are online dating platforms just because they want to have conversation. They may actually already be in a relationship, and so this is kind of like they're getting a little bit of attention on the outside and it's making them feel good, but they have no intention of dating you in the long run. They have no intention of being with you long term. So that's why I would assume that a man would just, text you and chat with you all the time and you've never met them and they're not making any moves to go on a date. I feel like there's something that would be holding them back from going on a date with you, and so it's probably a relationship. I don't know what other reason why. And if you're a man, you could definitely comment and let me know, but I don't know. So yes. All right, so let me see. Okay, so when dating, the next question. So if you guys just tuned in, my name is Tracy, and I have a relationship podcast called Tried and Tested, and all I'm doing on live is just answering questions that are talking about dating and relationships in this day and age, and these are questions that people DM'd me. So the question is, when dating, when is it okay to give someone a second chance? Okay, so I feel like with that, that's pretty much up to you when it comes to dating and giving people second chances, because it depends on what they did, I would say, but it also depends on who you are. So if you're dating somebody and like he stole something from you, like a piece of gum or something out of your wallet or something like that, that's stupid, right? So therefore, like, if you did get upset and you broke up over that, I feel like that's really not that important. So I feel like, but I'm not really sure, like the questions are not like that detailed. So, but I feel like if you're dating somebody and they hit you, for instance, if somebody put their hands on you, I don't know if I would say yes, give them a second chance, because that's kind of like putting yourself in danger. However, if it's something that's like minor, I feel like it's really up to your discretion, if you're dating that person, to decide when you should or should not give them a second chance. So yeah. All right. So the next question I have is in regards to submission. And I'm assuming this is in a marriage or a relationship. How should submission work? Or should both parties, like, should the man submit to the woman and vice versa? So I would say this question really depends on where you both are from, because I know that with some people in certain countries, they may feel like, I'm the man, you gonna do what I say and that's it. And then you have people who actually, they feel like the man and the woman are equal. They're going to have equal responsibility. So from my point of view, as far as submission goes, if you're married, I feel like the woman submits to her husband and the husband is the covering of the household. But that doesn't mean, like, submission, like being under your husband doesn't mean that you're his footstool or something that's beneath him. No. Like, I feel like you guys are two human beings. You're equal parties. And you show love, you give love, you help each other out. But it's just that he's your covering. He, I wouldn't make decisions without running it by my husband, but I think he also wouldn't make decisions without running it by his wife. So that is my take on submission. Let me see. So the next question is, what are your thoughts on going to people's events that, let me see. Okay, so what are your thoughts on going to people's events that you haven't spoke to? So I'm guessing if you haven't spoke to somebody and they invite you to, I'm not sure what this has to do with relationships, but whatever. Anyway, so we're going to come back to that question. All right, so the next one is, what are your thoughts on long distance dating and dating someone who is international and may need a green card? Ooh, all right. So I feel like long distance dating, I'm gonna do this as a 2-part question. So long distance dating, I feel like, once again, it's kind of like your preference. It's what you are okay with, and it's what you are comfortable with. I'm okay with, let's say if I was dating somebody for like a year, like we were close by, whatever, I was dating you for a year, and then one of us got a job in a different location or a different state, and because I already know you and because I've already been around you, I would be okay with that as far as long distance is concerned, because you already built that foundation. Now, if you are long distance dating and it is via online, I kind of feel like that's kind of tricky because you don't really know the person. And with online dating, especially long distance online dating, they can tell you whatever they want. Hence, they have the show Catfish. And the purpose of that is because people are living a whole lie and you're falling in love with, something that you don't know. Someone that you don't know, shall I say. So as far as long distance dating, like I said, I think if you can find a way to really get to know that person, and I don't know how, maybe if you guys visit each other every other weekend, so yeah. But the other part of, oh wait, I can't see. Oh, okay, the questions are there. I'm sorry, guys. All right, so I didn't know I could click on this and see what you are saying. So this happened to me, lasted 2 years after, but was extremely rocky, even though the 2 years prior were good. Oh, okay. So, Asia, explain what you're talking about. I'm sorry. But okay, so would I date somebody who is international and may need a green card? I feel like the saying goes, you can't help who you fall in love with. But you have to know that the person who's dating you may be using you, right? I mean, anyone who dates you, no matter what, could be using you. Like, everyone has their own agenda as far as what they want. But what I would say is that I don't know. Like, with that's also up to your discretion, because when it comes to things like a green card and somebody needs it, they'll do anything for it. So if you are an American citizen and let's say you're not from whatever country they're from, I would definitely tread lightly, because you don't want to end up being used, and you also don't want to end up being a second family, against your will. So that's definitely, I don't know, that's an interesting question. Okay. So the next question I have here, and if you're just tuning in, hello. My name is Tracy, and I have a relationship and dating podcast called Tried and Tested, and it's available on all platforms that podcasts are available. And today, I'm just answering questions that people literally sent to my DM, so that I can talk about this with you guys. So, the next question is, do you think guys should date women within their financial means? And then she sent me a whole backstory about what happened. So, yeah, I'm going to give you the story. So basically, when I read it, I believe they were in a relationship. These are two people who work, I guess, in a hospital. And she didn't know what the man's financial situation is. And the question is, should you guys tell each other, like, how much you make? Or, like, maybe if you're going through a hard time or whatever, like, how much should you tell your partner about when it comes to dating? And so, like I said, her backstory basically is they worked together, and in the beginning, he would make statements like, money is tight right now, so on and so forth. And so they would go on dates, and they would go Dutch. And going Dutch means, like, she would pay for herself, and he would pay for himself. And then, she said it was cool because the guy is super fun. He's super, they had a good time together, basically. So she didn't mind. And then she said that after a while, he decided to quit his job and go back to school. And so I guess when he got to that point of going back to school, he really didn't have any money. And so then it's like, she said she started helping him out with his bills because he just stopped paying his bills because he was tired of paying his bills. So this is the story that I was told. So basically, and then so she went from a good relationship with the man that she thought she was having, like about 8 months of a good relationship, to dating a man who is in debt, he's not paying his bills, and now she's the one having to kind of help him because it's her boyfriend. And so the question is, should you tell your partner how much money you make? Okay, so my take on this actual, I guess, whatever, situation is, if you're gonna date, I don't think that you should date if you're broke. I know that people disagree with me, but I feel like, I feel like when you're broke, like if you're in debt, you don't have any money to help to, not even to help, like if you're a man and you have a girlfriend, you don't have any money to take her out, you don't have any money to have a good time, because you're already, as a man, I would assume, under like some type of stress, some type of confusion. Your mind is not really there, and so on top of that, to take on a relationship with somebody is gonna cause you, like, you're gonna be annoyed. You're gonna be, because women, we like to talk, we like to go out, we like a lot of things, and so I feel like in a situation like that, I would say, if you don't have the money, like, I don't think that you have to tell your partner how much you make. But I think if it's the beginning stages, I don't think that you should get into a relationship if you don't have the finances to kind of like take care of yourself. And that was what the issue was. The man is not able to take care of himself. And now you have a situation where your girlfriend is struggling because of you. So yeah, if you don't have money, you should not be dating at the time. Take it easy, get yourself together. And as a woman, if the man is telling you from jump, if he's like, oh, money is tight, I don't have it like that, then maybe that should be a conversation that you have, especially when you realize you're going Dutch on dates and all of that. Hey, Mary. Hey, Bookie. How you doing? That's Mary from Aquaba Cuisines. If you need a caterer in New Jersey, New York, Connecticut area, she's like super duper good. Okay? So, but yeah, so definitely, like I said, even if you're a woman and you don't have any money, I don't think you should be dating, because the man is not there to, support you. Like, he's not your father. And so that definitely isn't what, your relationship is not about getting financial gain. So if you don't have the money, leave it at that. And then so I'm replying to Asia. Let me see what you said. We were dating 2 years in close proximity. He got a job and he tried to make it work. Okay. So we were talking about long distance dating. And I was saying, from my point of view, maybe I would do it if me and you were together at the start and then one of us got a job and we had to move away. And for her, it didn't work. That wasn't something that worked out for her. So, and I guess it really depends, because sometimes you learn about trust when you're far away from that person. So I may live next door to you and think, oh, I trust you, you're my man, or I'm your woman. But then it's like, okay, now that you're 2 hours away from me, it may not work. But for some people, I know for my brother and his wife, it worked out for them. Like, she was in London, he was in Jersey, like, she was everywhere, you know what I mean? And so I feel like for some people, it works out. For other people, you definitely see who they really are. So, let me see. People continue reaching out to you, clearly aren't interested in them. Okay, so the next question I have is, okay, so what do you think about people who continuously reach out to you and you're clearly not interested in them, right? So I'm guessing this is like men reaching out to women, maybe women reach out to men, I don't really know. My thought process on that is that we're all different. We've all been raised differently. I think that if you like someone and you continuously reach out to them and they're not responding to you, they're not showing you interest, they're not flirting back with you, that's a clear indication that either they're really busy or they're not interested in you. And so I feel like, I'm not sure what the question is as far as that's concerned, but yeah, if you're reaching out to someone a lot and they're not getting back to you, automatically they're not interested in you. So therefore, I wouldn't even waste my time. I would kind of just keep it pushing. That's it. I don't know. So yeah, let me see. If you have any questions, you could put it in the comment box. And if you don't know, I'm just answering relationship questions that people have. Obviously, we're all in quarantine. We are bored out of our minds. I do have a podcast, and it's called Tried and Tested. And it's on everywhere: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. Anywhere podcasts are available, you can catch it there. So yeah. And usually I'll have a guest, but obviously because we're quarantined, can't nobody come to my house. So yes. And hey, Caribou, how are you? Yeah. So like I said, if you guys have any questions, you can always DM me. And definitely check out the podcast. And I just want to make sure I answered all the questions that I got. Oh no, there was one more. Okay, so this one wasn't really based on relationships, but it was like, what are your thoughts on going to people's events you haven't spoken to, like baby showers and B-days, and they haven't contacted you in over a year? I feel like I don't know, it's up to you. Like, I feel like if someone's not contacting you and you guys don't speak, that's not your friend. And so, as far as going to birthdays and baby showers, like those are events where you would have to put out money. And so if they invited you, it's not necessarily that you guys are friends. It's just they want people to come to their event and they want to receive gifts. I wouldn't go because I just feel like if I ain't heard from you all year, like, and now you're having a baby, congratulations to you. But I don't know. So that's just my take on that. Yes. So I'm not sure what she's replying to. Okay. So someone else, hey Caribou, is asking, what are signs that a guy is interested in you through social media? I feel like, okay, so there's two parts to this, because there are guys who are interested in you via social media, and there are guys who are obsessed with you via social media, and we don't want that. Like, you don't have to like 70 pictures a day and, you know, write under every comment, because that's just obsessive personality disorder. Like, you're just doing too much, right, socially. But I would say signs would be like, if a person, he made like a few pictures, he may get on your live if you're doing a live. I feel like he would definitely send you a DM, but the DM wouldn't be thirsty, right? Because some people send DMs that are just out of this world, but he may send a message like, hey, how you doing? You know, I like your pictures, or, you know, you seem like a kind person, or whatever. Like, something that would start off a conversation without, like, trying to just, you know, jump on you. What else would a guy do? Like, I'm not really, because I don't really answer DMs, but I feel like that would be the easiest way to go, because once you're just having a regular conversation, you can ask about something that she posts. You can ask about her church. You can ask about her blog. You can ask about something that she does that may interest you, so that you can get the woman talking. So I feel like that's what would interest people, because women tend to shut men down instantly when the guy is like, you know, oh, like, you look good, you know, can I have your number? Like, I've seen DMs where people just send their phone number immediately. You're doing too much, because it's like, why do you expect someone who doesn't know you to call? So that's my take on how a man would show interest via social media. Just being super duper nice, being not too obsessive, just calm, cool, collective. And then just from there, I feel like after you have a little conversation, he may ask for your phone number. And also, in regards to this, we mentioned, I think actually the first question that I had was how some people actually online, they'll chat you up and they'll talk to you continuously and never ask you on a date. So it's not necessarily just sliding into your DM, because sometimes people just want someone to talk to, and we don't know what situation they have going on at home. So yeah, once he asks for your phone number and he actually contacts you, then I feel like from there you can definitely tell, like, okay, he's interested in getting to know me and who I am and all of that good stuff. So yeah, thank you for your question. So let me see. I think that is all the questions that I actually had for today. So yeah, that is all I had today. I'm sorry, y'all. So I just want to thank you guys for tuning in to my live today. Like I said, I do have a podcast for relationship and dating, so if you don't mind, definitely tune in. It's called Tried and Tested, and I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much, and happy quarantine. Enjoy your night doing whatever you're doing. I'm bored, so if you have any relationship questions, please DM me. Thank you, and adios. Ooh. How do I turn this off?